Uh, Thank you. I'm not a solar physicist. I'm not a spectroscopist. I'm not a physicist of plasma. But I've been at LPSP and at IES for years. And I want to give a word about how Alan did it when he arrived at LPSP in the first time, and after at IES in this beautiful building with an additional floor, as we heard in detail. In fact, when he arrived, this was not built, and I thought it could be interesting to see where he did arrive. It was here, in this place, in the Réduit de Verrières, at Verrières-le-Buisson, which was one of these forts, as you can see, with the additional floor here also. Maybe, maybe the idea that this was possible in France to add floors to buildings came from here or not. But this fort was built in the 70s, I mean in 1870, and after 1870, to protect Paris against the invasion by foreign troops. And that was, and this was very serious, you know, this is a building. But this floor was not for LPSP, but for the Service d'Aéronomie, another lab. We had at LPSP no meeting room. And when the first thing that Alan did when he arrived is to gather the people in a room. But to reach this room, you had to take this door, or a similar door, in fact, and to go down a long corridor in slant, down in the earth, that were the place where the ammunition were kept. And you know, it was serious too. And where the guns were tested. That was a famous tunnel de tir, the tunnel to test guns. And this was the only place where you had enough place to put maybe the 50 or 60 people of the LPSP at this time. And you know, again, this was serious. You could shot the guns through this aperture and so on. And what Alan did, in fact, is he invited the people and he offered some wine. And we understood, somebody insisted on how clever he could be to handle delicate situation. And what he did, and it was an absolute discovery and astonishment for everybody in the lab, that he did not make a speech, a long speech, and after offered wine. No, he started by offering wine. And after everybody had a couple of glasses, then he gave a speech, and we had to learn how he could speak French. And well, but this was excellent. The wine was good. So that's so it took and this was a very good beginning for things that were really complex, because building a laboratory from different groups with different parts of astrophysics, solar system studies, and so on is something really complex. And he did it also in a clever way, and in a positive way. And in the same, it showed that it was possible, and that some people doubted it. That it was possible, and in addition, that he was able to do in the same time to do some physics, some science, some high-level science. And what I'm telling that is because I have to thank him personally of this example, because when I was asked, when the Observatoire de Paris reorganized itself, he made merging of different labs to make larger structures. And I was asked to candidate for the head of one of these structures. And I must admit, I must recognize that if I had not had the example of Alan showing that it was possible, I would never have accepted such a task. To put together different teams from different origin. And in addition, he has shown that it was possible to make science. And then I thought that it was possible that I could go on working on Planck in the same time of being the head of l'ERMA at Observatoire de Paris. And I never regretted this choice. And I just wanted to give these few words to thank you for the example, Alan.